Hey guys, this is Mr. Province, and this is the first video to go along with Unit 7 of World History class. So I told you guys a couple of days ago that we were going to start flipping our classroom, which means that basically you're going to watch these videos at home and you're going to do the work that's assigned with them, and then when you come to class, this will be for Friday, January 10th. So when you come to class on Friday, January 10th, you should have already watched this video. You should have filled out the handouts or completed the handout that was assigned on Thursday, and you should be ready to take a short quiz and then jump right into a discussion of what industrialization is. So, as you can see on the screen, industrialization has to do with farming and manufacturing. So manufacturing means making things in factories. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at some key ideas, and then we're going to watch a short video. After that, it'll be up to you to go ahead and complete the assignment, and if you have any questions, definitely give me a call. So, industrialization, we have about 4 key ideas that we're going to look at, and those are up on your screen in front of you right now. I'm actually going to go through each one in order, so you don't have to read them all right now. If you want to, of course, you can pause the video and read each key idea, but I'm going to go ahead and move on to the first one. So, here we go. The Industrial Revolution began in England around 1750 and lasted until around 1820 CE, which means this all happened about 250-60 years ago. Remember, the last thing that we talked about was the Renaissance and the the Renaissance, the Enlightenment, and the revolutions, right? So the American Revolution was in 1776, French Revolution was in 89, etc. Right, so these actually start right before the first of those revolutions and continue up into the 1800s. So, it started in England around 1750. Here's a map of the world. The red circle is where England is, and then here's a map of Europe, and then the red arrow points to England. Alright, next step. The Industrial Revolution is a period of time when, due to the increase in machines and the advent, so the advent means the beginning, of steam power, the style of living changed for most people in the industrialized world. Okay, so that basically means that before the Industrial Revolution, people lived in these little farming towns. After the Industrial Revolution, people lived in these big cities with all the factories, right? Next step, new machines were made to improve on people's ability to farm, create clothes, and make other types of goods. In addition, steam power allowed for improved transportation of these things to people. So, in other words, steam power allowed people to move things faster and further. So, a couple of examples of some machines: the cotton gin, which was used to get the seeds out of cotton. I don't know if you've ever seen raw cotton before, but it's got seeds in it, and you have to take them out before you can make stuff out of the cotton. The steam engine, so this is an example of a steam engine from the 1800s. It's an historic marker, monument kind of thing you can go check out. It's really big. And next up, the power loom. So the power loom would be the thing that would take the cotton and weave it into cloth, right? And it would use that steam engine up there to power itself. So those are 3 machines that helped create or lead to the Industrial Revolution. Finally, there were several other causes that led to the creation of these machines in the Industrial Revolution. Some of these causes had to do with technology and some didn't. So, for example, England was entering a period of stability when business owners felt safe taking risks, loaning people money, trying out new things and hoping they worked out, right? Next up, there was a lot of extra money floating around. Folks had a chance to, or had enough money to invest in these new inventions, meaning they could loan the money out to some guy with an idea, and he could take that money and use it to build something with the hopes that it would make him rich. And in a lot of cases, it actually did. And finally, we already talked about some of these technological causes, so the steam engine, cotton gin, new methods of making iron, etc. So we're going to go into these things in a lot more detail later. Here's an example of what one of those cities might have looked like, different kinds of workers. You see some of folks in like nice clothes, other people kind of like more working class. So we're going to go into these things in a lot more detail later on. So here are our key ideas again, if you want to take a look at them. And then we're going to switch over and watch a short video. And then you will be... it'll be your turn to get to work and start filling out those questions. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and switch to the video. It's a Tim and Moby video. I know everybody loves those.
the Industrial Revolution all about? Well, partially. The period from the mid-1700s to the early 1900s is called the Industrial Revolution because of all the technological advances made. A huge number of inventions during this 150-year period completely changed the way people lived and worked. There were two different revolutionary periods, called the First and Second Industrial Revolutions. The first one covers the mid-1700s all the way up to around 1850. It started in England with three major inventions. One was the steam engine, invented by Scottish engineer James Watt. Steam power was used to quickly manufacture things that used to rely on manpower. For example, the second major invention of this time, the power loom. Well, a loom is a machine that makes cloth out of thread. The new powered looms made cloth much faster than any person could. The third invention of this period was a new furnace for making steam. England used its vast resources of coal to power these new machines. All these industries were centered in large towns and cities. People started leaving their farm jobs in the country to come work in the city in factories. Meanwhile, cotton plantations in the southern United States needed to keep up with the demand for raw materials from British cloth factories. So the American invented the cotton gin. It picked seed and raw cotton much faster than a person could by hand. And in the continental U.S., factories pioneered the assembly line. The assembly line made it easier and faster to build things by making workers responsible for just one part of the process. Check out our assembly line to find out more. So that was the first industrial revolution.
Alright guys, that's pretty much it. Hopefully this video has been helpful and illuminating, and you now know more about industrialization than you did before. Definitely go ahead and fill out those questions, and if you have any questions, give me a call. Thank you.